Welcome to another top pick based on originality, condition, and price. Or sometimes it's picked just because I like the car. Today's feature car is a 1965 Dodge Coronet 500. It's an interesting car. It's a RAMCHARGER tribute car, and we'll get into that in a little while. I'm Rob Lofarice. You're watching Daily Car Buys. Let's go check this car out. I found this car on Craigslist this morning. I was shopping Craigslist a lot in Chicago, and it's a 1965 Dodge Coronet. It's a 426 big block engine, 727 automatic transmission. It was posted 17 hours ago. He's asking $35,000 for the car, but that in itself, you have to remember that this car is a 1965 Dodge Coronet. Just this body style alone is very unique in its own right. So let's dive into the actual ad and we can talk it through. Seller gives a nice group of photos, which is always welcomed. I don't know how long he's owned this car, but the muscle car vehicle that he has is rust free. He says that the car was a Southwest car and it's dry, has no rust. It's a big block 426 V8 engine. It's not a Hemi, but it has a cross ram dual intake and it has headers. The factory performance model called this car the RAMCHARGER 426 Wedge. It was equivalent to the Plymouth Max Wedge, and both cars were identical at the time. This feature car was not born with the 426 engine, but it was born with a big block V8 engine. So the suspension is all set up for the size of the engine. So none of that modifications need to be done. And the interior is all original, he states, and is excellent shape, which I agree with him. The seats and all that is absolutely flawless in this car. The differential is a highway differential gear, so you can drive this car on the highway a little bit more than it's not a a drag strip type differential. So it's a nice car. So let's dive into the photos and talk it through a little bit. Looking at the inside of the car, I mean the interior of the bucket seats, all the chrome work around the car, the sills and the doors and all that, the bright work look amazing. I mean, it really looks like a car that's definitely worth in that price range because once again, this car is a 1965 model year. The dashboard looks all original. I'm not sure if that plate here is something he added because I thought the radio would go in that area, but I don't know enough of these cars in its original trim. But this might have been modified. This interior part of the car might have been modified. And there's that RAMCHARGER dual quad setup, which is itself pretty enlightening when you open up the hood and you see that with the headers. This car is designed to go. It's not designed to idle, because it might flood on you. But this car definitely is designed to go, and it's quite impressive when the secondaries open up on both four-barrel carburetors. Um, the gasoline would be excessive, but the feeling in the seat would be amazing. So this car has a lot of get up for what it is. They were very forceful, very powerful cars on the drag strips in those days. I mean, people would buy these cars on Saturday and race them on Sunday, and then drive them to work on Monday and Tuesday. The undercarriage looks nice. He gave us one undercarriage photo. It doesn't look pristine. It doesn't look like a rotisserie type restoration. But if it's all original and it's rust free, sometimes it's best to leave it alone. It actually has more value when it's kind of original and there is no rust on it. So the undercarriage looks decent, but it's hard to tell in that one photo. He has headers on it, which is a nice setup. Looks like he's did transmission work and all that. So I'm thinking mechanically this car is probably worth the money mechanically alone. There's the original floorboards and all that. The sheet metal looks original there. He's got a 3-inch pipes going all the way out to the back, it looks like anyway. I don't know if that's the original gas tank or such, but again, the frame rails look to have a little surface rust on the car, but it doesn't look like there's anything cancerous in the frame rails and in the back. The rear end looks like it's been taken apart and restored and such. Yeah, and what's really interesting is that this is a 1 year only body style. So this was 65's body style, and then 66 the car changed again. So this beautiful design is a 1 year only design, and that itself has some value, I think, from a collectability point of view. Looks like he's a private owner, has a nice driveway. Looks like he has a Mark V in the background there, which is very pretty. So he probably knows his cars very well. How long he's owned it, we're not really sure. Those are the first questions you want to ask. Hopefully he knows all about this car. He's just not flipping it and trying to sell it. Most folks on our Facebook page thought the car had some value. A little mixed on the price at $35,000. Most people were thinking $29,000 range and things like that. But if you think it's worth 29,000 and he's asking 35, it's probably worth looking at. The photos are not current, as you know, because this is a summertime photo here, a springtime photo. But it's definitely worth checking out. I like this car a lot. Look at that beautiful interior and those bucket seats and all that. Again, just the door panels and the sills and all the sheet metal on this car. I mean, try to find a roller as nice as this. You're going to probably spend $15,000 on a roller, and then if you have to add the drivetrain and do the paint work and all that, you're going to be up there in the high 20s, if not more. So anyway, to get more information on this car, please visit our Facebook page by clicking the link in our description on the front page. That will take you right to the Facebook page. Please subscribe to this channel if you're not a subscriber already. We'd like to grow this channel and do some live Q&A. Thank you all for your support, and we'll see you again on another top pick. Until then, thank you.